The New York Knicks were the second best team of the 90s, even if they didn't win a title. Yes, I said it. The Rockets got 2 rings, but actually had a worse record than the Knicks. They also got bounced in the first round 4 times and even missed the playoffs once. The Jazz had the second best record behind Chicago, but the 90s top Western Conference teams all had bloated records, thanks to all-time bad teams. The Knicks made the playoffs every year in a crazy competitive East. They made 6 conference semis, 2 conference finals, and 2 finals. And we all know they should have beat Houston in 94, but let's not get into that. The Knicks also had the most influence on how the game was played, bringing physicality that became the trend in the East and a defensive focus that led the league to eliminate hand checking and move the three-point line closer, which has made today's players look a whole lot better.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through on this because what fam said right here about the New York Knicks is absolutely correct, 1000% correct. The New York Knicks were the second best team of the 90s. East and West, they were the second best team of the 90s. That is why the New York City fan base is as strong as it is. And the support for the New York Knicks is as strong as it is. My hatred comes from being a fan and losing all the time. So that's that. I'm pretty sure in the last set of 50-some years, you probably feel the same way going for the Knicks. But they were definitely the second best team of the 90s. If you love Michael Jordan, right? His most memorable matchups come from the Garden, come from not even just the Garden, come from versus the New York Knicks, because that dunk of Scottie Pippen on Patrick Ewing, that was the filthiest dunk I've ever seen. Like somebody get dunked. Haven't seen anybody get dunked on like that since. The closest would be Jason Terry. Then the next one is Jason Terry. But Scottie Pippen on Patrick Ewing is number one. But the third would be, that play where Jordan got double teamed in the corner. He faked like he was going to turn, came back around and dunked on Patrick Ewing. I used to watch that play all the time and just in slow motion, like, yo, Jordan really just kept going up. He just kept going up. You know what I'm saying? But now it's funny, right? Because they want to bring in all this NBA rigged, scripted stuff during LeBron's legacy. Do you think that was different during Jordan's? Because let's look at this. Because Patrick Ewing was Jordan's best friend. So you think that it's just, Jordan being second. The Knicks being second best team of the 90s is like what's it called? A coincidence? No. He was Jordan's best friend. If you go back and watch the movie Air, what's fam's name that got Jordan to deal with Nike? Everybody knows they ain't got books and stuff. But when Jordan got to deal with Nike, he made sure his friends got to deal with Nike too. He made sure Patrick Ewing got his own sneaker line. He said, "I'm gonna make sure you get your own sneaker line. So you gonna forget cutting Nike a check. You gonna get 100%, and you got the New York City behind you." That's what Jordan did for Patrick Ewing. And then his friends, he got them deals with Nike, classics like the Barclays. You know what I'm saying? And so, the Knicks being the second best team of the 90s, all the classic legendary matchups against the Pacers and stuff like that. Now, it was the Bulls. The East Coast was running shit in the 90s. The East Coast had it. You know what I'm saying? The Bulls, was first, then the Knicks. The third best team of the 90s. You can argue and you could say the Rockets, but they were very inconsistent. They won those 2 rings during Jordan's absence, but if anything, it should have been 5 rings for Jordan, 5 rings for Olajuwon if it was really like that. But no, the Rockets were very inconsistent. Maybe, I don't know if Rui T was still, That punch was serious. But it's like, yeah, the Magic third, Shaq and Penny, Nick Anderson, Horace Grant, Brian Shaw. That Magic team was serious. Fourth, I would put the Charlotte Hornets. The Glenn Rice, the Glenn Rice and Del Curry played it with Alonzo and LJ, because to me, I'm gonna take the Alonzo, LJ, and Del Curry Hornets third. I think Glenn Rice had moved on, but yeah, Del Curry, Alonzo won LJ after the Magic. But then I can't do that. I gotta put the Pacers. I gotta show love to Reggie Miller, because Reggie Miller always had to competing. You know what I'm saying? This is the 90s we're talking about. They talk about, oh, we're done with the 90s. You're done with the 90s because you're trying to erase the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? You come to New York now, they're not playing ball on the course how it used to be. Like, we're not providing the energy basketball-wise the way that we used to, you know, which is why you see all this clown shit going on in sports and youth sports leading up to the NBA. But the West Coast during the 90s was trash. I mean, super trash. I mean, no stars, just teams put together for a profit for the owners. The Mavericks, horrible. The Nuggets, horrible. They got the Dikembe out of there. They got a couple good years out of Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. You know what I'm saying? But they were horrible. That's why when they won that first round, I think it was celebrated since that was the first they got. They didn't get no further than that. You know what I'm saying? The Kings were horrible. The the Suns were horrible. They had that little run with Charles Barkley, but after that, they were dead until Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? The West, like he said, all-time bad teams boosted. So don't you see how it works? Don't you see how it works? Like, you know, it's East Coast, West Coast, and all that type of shit. Now, when we just making this a fact that the New York Knicks were the second best teams puts it into perspective that, you know, of what Pat Riley's real legacy is, because the New York Knicks did way more for Pat Riley's legacy than him coaching the Lakers. The Lakers got him to be able to have his own team, but coaching Magic, but nobody really remembers that, like the fact that he was the coach, because Magic was Magic. People remember what he did for the Knicks, because that led to what the Heat are now. But what Pat Riley's legacy on the Knicks, way bigger than his legacy on the Lakers. The Knicks made Pat Riley's legacy. I just want to make that clear, but I'm going to go and get out of here, man. I'm out.